a very important type of fiber. In fact, let me just see if we have a couple bits of information about this fiber. And I know this might be hard for you to read, but I'm going to look at it and give you the essence of it. Soluble fiber is a fiber that dissolves in water, forming a sort of gel. Both types of fiber are beneficial. Insoluble fiber adds bulk during digestion, allowing more regular bowel movements. Soluble fiber absorbs cholesterol from the intestines, as well as it acts as a prebiotic food. So it's a prebiotic that will feed our beneficial intestinal bacteria. Now, have you ever heard of your gut microbiome? That's become a big term lately. Like, we've got this forest in our belly and this magnificent organism that has all types of different critters in there that make us healthy. And the soluble fiber actually feeds those good critters. And so that's what's good about that, and why juicing can be really very helpful. And it is, let's see, the U.S. Department of Health recommends consuming up to 25 grams of soluble fiber every day. So just a little bit about that difference between soluble and insoluble fiber. So back to the slide. Now, when it comes to smoothies, we're putting it all in there, right? We're not taking anything out. So we retain all the nutrients, all the soluble fiber, and all the insoluble fiber. So we've got that roughage in there. Now, of course, because we have all that in there, these things are very, very filling. If you've had a smoothie, you know that by the end of that smoothie, you're pretty full. And you probably, you may not want anything else to eat. You may even have one as a meal replacement. But they can also be very high calorie. So you want to watch out. If we're putting just anything that we have on hand in there and we're not watching what the calorie content and the sugar content are of each of the individual items, we could get up there to close to 1,000 calories in one smoothie. And that's nearly that's more than half of what a daily calorie allotment is for most people at our age. So we want to watch those calories and that sugar content. Any thoughts or questions about what I've said so far?
Yes. So if you're following pretty much like the diet, like the wall diet that you were saying, then you would put more or less like a fruit and the rest would be vegetables in that smoothie.
You know, that's a really good way to look at it, because if you're looking at doing just 2 to 4 servings of fruits a day, somewhere along that line, that's a good way to identify that. I don't think she says specifically 9 cups of fruits and vegetables divided into 3 cups of leafy greens, 3 cups of brightly colored fruits and vegetables. So you can do either or there. So she doesn't say you need 5 cups of fruit, but our USDA says 2 to 4 cups. I think that fits in there pretty well. So what you're saying makes a lot of sense. Put 1 fruit in there, just enough to make it palatable to you, sweet enough. I don't know about you, but when I go to a place that sells smoothies, if I ever have ordered smoothies, they taste very, very sweet to me. To the point where I drink them. They're too sweet. And I think that's because I've weaned myself off sugar so much that I just don't tolerate so much of that. And that will happen to you as well if you are looking to kind of wean yourself off sugar. Karen, I see that you have your hand up.
1 second. Okay, I must say, Deb, I took the other course on smoothies, and I was making a smoothie with everything in it, 1,000 some calories, and I said it's ridiculous. But after talking to you, I take half the smoothie and put it in the freezer, so I'm getting 500 calories instead of 1,000 calories. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. And that's a great strategy. You can make a smoothie and you can keep it in the freezer. You can also keep a juice in the freezer. And that way their nutritional value stays intact. They don't last very long in the refrigerator, but they stay intact if you keep them in the freezer. And you just get
what it was, Deb. I do apple. I do banana, half a banana. I do blueberries. I do avocado. I do all this stuff that has a lot of calories. And I talked to you and you said over 1,000 calories. I can't do this every day. But I take half. When I do it, I have 2 8-ounce glasses of my vitamins about, and I take one and put in the freezer. The other thing, Carla, she was freezing them as ice pops. She told us to do that. So it was very good. Very good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And if we
Thank
don't
you so
talk
much.
about, if we don't talk about all that today, I do have another one of these classes that's called Boosting Nutrition with Juices and Smoothies, but I think it's called, I renamed it so it would be more obvious. It's making smoothies as meal replacements. So if you want to know how to make a good balanced smoothie that really does replace a meal, come to that class. Okay. This one is, we're just doing some basics right now, but thanks, Karen. I really appreciate you saying
Also,
that.
you have me using peas in my smoothie now. Okay.
Yeah. So all kinds of things we learn here in these classes. So let's talk about the equipment for juicing. Now, I have to tell you, I have like this ancient juicer over here. It's not the best example for you, all right? So I have a little video I want to show you so you get a good overview of the juicers that are out there. I'm going to use this today. I don't have the heart to get rid of it. It's really been a nice old standby for me. And one of these days it'll kick the bucket and I'll buy a new one. But for now, let's just take a look here at what is available when it comes to juices and smoothies. And first we'll get rid of this ad and I'll improve.
Nutritious juices. Did you know that there are many different types of juicers on the market today? How to choose a suitable juicer? In this video, I will show you the criteria to choose the best juicer for your family's needs. I temporarily divide the types of juicers into 4 main types. The first is a centrifugal juicer. The centrifugal juicer series operates on the principle of a mesh chamber with discs with sharp teeth for grinding fruit. At the same time, the machine rotates at a very high speed to separate the water and pulp, so these juicers do the job very quickly. It usually doesn't take more than 2 minutes for it to make a glass of fresh juice. They are also relatively easy to assemble and clean. The main disadvantage of this type of machine is the loud noise due to its high rotational speed, and the juice does not retain many nutrients due to the high amount of heat generated during juicing.
And that's what I have. I have an old-timey centrifugal juicer, so it's not the best.
Second is the slow juicer. The slow speed juicer does not use a high-speed blade, but uses a press shaft to slowly bring the ingredients into the filter. Then the pulp separator will push the pulp out and the juice will flow out naturally. Slow juicer with 2 main parts is a geared motor and a special screw. Squeeze vegetables and fruits with a maximum speed of 90 revolutions per minute. Almost no centrifugal force and friction, no noise, no heating of the machine.